You're finally awake.
Shut up, Rayloff. This game doesn't need an introduction. It's Skyrim, bitches. I always say that I'll never come back to this game after the last time I got Skyrim'd out, but here I am, back again. It is the most abusive relationship I have ever been in. Alright, let's get to it. I'm not being cinematic or anything with this one. I'm going in hard and fast with no lube. Pick the high elf for bonus magic points, name her Platinum because it's a platinum run, and speed through the tutorial and get our first trophy. On our way down to Riverwood, we pick the Warrior Stone and unlock Blessed. And after stopping in Riverwood and being told to go speak to Jarl Balgruuf, I decided to get as much stuff done as I could before doing the main story. Starting with getting each side story going. Gatekeeper for joining the Mages College, taking sides for joining the Imperials, take up arms for joining the Companions, taking care of business for joining the Thieves Guild, and with friends like these for joining the Dark Brotherhood. In the process of joining the Dark Brotherhood, I also got Snake Tongue for successfully performing a bribe, persuade, and intimidate speech check. By bouncing around to upgrade my levels and skills, we got Hard Worker for chopping wood, mining ore and cooking food, Artificer for smithing an item, enchanting an item, and making a potion, even though I'm fairly sure I never made a potion, Apprentice for reaching level 5, and Adept for reaching level 10. At this point, I remembered that I could speed up leveling so much by getting the Transmute spell. This spell allows you to convert iron ore to silver, and silver into gold. Making gold rings is a really good way of leveling up your smithing skill, and it's way faster than daggers, so this was a good call. And I can also get some alteration experience while I'm at it. So by doing the Dawnstar loop, we get Golden Touch for acquiring 100,000 gold, and Skill Master for upgrading a skill to rank 100. I found Meridia's Beacon earlier while just clearing some dungeons, so we also get Daedric Influence for acquiring our first Daedric artifact. In the process of getting the Thief Trophy, we got Expert for reaching level 25, and the aforementioned Thief Trophy for unlocking 50 locks and pickpocketing 50 people. By continuing to wander the world, we get Standing Stones for finding all 13 Standing Stones, even though I'm fairly certain I only found like 7. Master Criminal for getting 1,000 gold bounty in all holds. I wanted to have Nazim be the final kill, but for some reason, the guard I killed in Winterhold didn't count, so I needed to go back and kill another guard. Luckily, actually, as well, because I think the Winterhold prison is the easiest to break out of. Look at these Atronachs spinning like Beyblades. While I was doing some stuff, I was on the phone to my friend Raina, who is also my artist. All the artwork and thumbnails on this channel, all of them done by her. But we discovered that making soup counts as making a potion, so that explains the trophy pop earlier. At this point, I decided to get the armor and the gear that I'd be using for the majority of the playthrough from here, so by progressing through the Thieves Guild story, we get the Nightingale armor. Look at me and tell me this isn't the sweetest gear in the game. Arriving at Erkingthrand gets us Explorer for finding our 100th location in the game, and by killing Mercer and returning the skeleton key, we get Darkness Returns. And by finally completing all the special thief jobs in Whiterun, Solitude, Windhelm and Markarth, we become the head of the guild. Now at this point I thought it would be a good idea to have some dragons flying around. I needed to absorb 20 souls for a trophy later anyway, so in the process of clearing stories and missions, I can kill dragons. So I headed to Bleakfall's Barrow to grab the Dragonstone and returned it to the best voice actor in history,
The Dragonstone of Bleakfall's Barrow.
then head to the Watchtower to take out our first dragon. Absorbing our first soul gets us the trophy Dragon Soul. Returning to the Jarl allows us to purchase property by becoming Thane, so buying a house gets us the Citizen Trophy. Before proceeding with more of the main story, I completed my 50th miscellaneous objective. By clearing Sheerpoint, we learned all 3 words of Throw Voice, and by using 3 Dragon Souls to unlock them, we get Words of Power. Finishing my 10th side quest by setting a dummy on fire gets us the Sideways achievement. Committing Giant Genocide gets us the Delver achievement for clearing my 50th dungeon. Luckily, being so high level, the giants aren't that much of a threat anymore, and each giant camp counts as a dungeon. And right before carrying on with the story and meeting the Greybeards, I read my 50th skill book. Right then, let's get some of this story done. I needed to do a load of it anyway to unlock the 15th Daedric artifact, so I might as well do it now. Speak with the Greybeards to get the Way of the Voice. Meet Delphine after she stole the horn. Still no idea how she did this, as I needed dragon shouts to get in.
Game logic!
But after killing a dragon with her and raiding the Thalmor Embassy, we get diplomatic immunity, and by freeing Esbern and unlocking Skyhaven Temple, we get Alduin's Wall. Outside from the final Daedric artifact, there are only 2 more grindable trophies left. Everything else has been set up to get later, so we kill and absorb my 20th Dragon Soul, and now I decided to get to level 50. Throughout this run, I was using the smithing skill tree to level up. I had gotten that to legendary 3 before, like with the transmute spell earlier, I remembered that the illusion skill tree exists and what the muffle spell was. It was so much quicker. I was so angry with myself. I could have saved hours of grinding. But we got it in the end and reached level 50 for Master. By heading into Blackreach and grabbing the Elder Scroll, we get Elder Knowledge, and from acquiring the final artifact, we get Oblivion Walker. Oh, I'm so happy that it's over. Getting all 15 Daedric artifacts, that was a grind and a half. So all that's left is to smash out the remaining side stories. So becoming a werewolf gets us Blood Oath, and killing Kodlak's wolf spirit nets us Glory of the Dead. Also very quickly married Farkas. Completing the College of Winterhold story grabs us Revealing the Unseen and the Eye of Magnus, and by completing the Dark Brotherhood story, we get Bound Until Death and Hail Sithis. For the final parts of the game, I decided to switch up my gear. I had so many dragon bones and scales, so I decked myself out in full legendary dragon gear. Now time for the final side story, the Civil War. I quickly wanted to mention something here. Right at the start of the game, I followed Hadvar to Riverwood, where we went our separate ways, and he said I should go join the Imperial Legion. Upon seeing Hadvar outside the dungeon to get the Jagged Crown, 518 in-game days had elapsed. Nearly a year and a half. And it reminded me that by the time I first spoke to Bulgruff, 218 in-game days had passed. Bethesda never accounted for that fact. So we get sent to Riverwood, the people telling us that they need protection, and 218 in-game days of the risk of a dragon attack, and nothing happens. Rant over. Clearing out a load of forts grants us the War Hero achievement, and killing Ulfric completes the final side story for the Hero of Skyrim trophy. Now, only to finish the game. Reading the Elder Scroll at the Time Wound gives us Dragon Rend, which is the 19th shout out of the 20 I need, and upon beating Alduin at the top of the mountain, we speak to Esbern, who gives us our 20th shout for Thu'um Master. Trapping Odahviing in the Dragon's Reach trap grabs us the Fallen trophy, and after entering Sovngarde and defeating Alduin, we get the Dragon Slayer achievement, and finally, the Platinum Trophy. Platinum Trophy. Real imaginative name there, guys.